Oh, let's say I've forgotten sort of one of my layers. I'm so embarrassed I'm not quite dressed in a full costume. Oh, what a surprise. I thought that I was. I must deal with the fact that I'm not. It's much colder than I thought it would be, to be honest. Oi. Oh, yikes. Alright, I guess I'm gonna have to stand up straight because I've got all my legs buttoned up and sort of, fit snugly at the moment because of, how much, very cherry cola I get to consume on a daily basis.
What's he saying? Come on, let's go. No, it's just a 15 right here.
But hello there, Pastafarians, it's me, Pastafarian. I'm down here on the mall, looking for people who are preaching hate on my beat? I don't know what to call the place where you patrol. Patrol, I guess. The place where I patrol to make sure that preachers of hate are opposed. I think I fucking shared my credentials there. I also have it in my pocket, my credentials. If you'd like to see that I'm in fact a real preacher from the cult of the flying spaghetti monster.
Now all my life I've been living it all alone. I'm like a king with no people, no the crown, no what's wrong. And what I'm speaking on is what I'm feeling like. Do you know what it's like to feel a warm, good sunlight? I really like to know the
Welcome back to the 16th Street Mall. Welcome to the present, which is when I'm filming this. You might not be watching it in the present, but I suppose it'll feel like the present to you, which is, something I guess I have to respect. So I'll try to, even though to me you're really just, imaginary if you're not watching it in the present. It's hard to really empathize with you. Your only potential outcomes at this point, as opposed to factual, which is, what me and all past me's were, sorry to say. But anyway, here we are at the 16th Street Mall for another street talk show, though this one's going to be very sermony. My apologies. I think I've been sort of playing some options pretty tight recently, and so, which is, by my choice, of course. And so I sort of trying to cram in a couple things at the same time. Walking the beat here, checking for hate preachers, and maybe sermonizing a little bit about things, or ruminating as well. Maybe as well venting some of my conundrums on you, my unsuspecting flock, I guess. For those guests joining us for the first time, if this is the first of my services that you've seen, welcome. I hope something cool happens that is the reason that brought you here. It's hard for me to know what happens in this episode because of how it's sort of recorded live and stuff on the 16th Street Mall. But I'm glad that something brought you here, some conversation I'm about to have brought you here. Oh, I guess, wait a minute. I'm glad I did empathize with future people. Holy shit. It's not as hard as I thought it was. Anyway, welcome to the fucking shit. Hopefully, no violence is involved because of, I think violence gets in the way of conversations instead of progresses it. Man, it's cold. I hope nobody's down here today because of how fucking cold it is. We had a lot of snow, which is cool, and it's all melting away, which is really fucking cool. Feels like years since it's been clear. Oh, how unfortunate. Glass is broken, and it's been broken in the street. I wish there was something I could do to help. Oh, but I can't. I really am full of burden. Look, another person is helping. It's very kind. Kindness is happening all around. There is a mess left behind. The helper is assisting with that, I suppose. What an action-packed episode it's been already. Is that why you came? For the broken glass? Oh, cool. Yeah, check out that broken glass. That's a good episode, I suppose. It's hard to know what to call them, of course, when we start. Shucks, I didn't fucking fully disemburden myself during that recent disemburdening. Let me try again. Here we go. Is that it? Yeah, okay. Hi, Pastafarian. Let's start the part of the thing with another hymn. I've got a hymn here that I'd like to share with you. Oh shit, before we do that, let me show you the thing we just published. We got the old 12021 catalogue of the things that you can purchase from us. You can purchase this at our PO box, which of course, if you send $1 to our PO box, we'll get you this catalogue. And the PO box is on this card. Yeah, here it is. It's really easy to memorize, so that's why I haven't done it yet. But it is this, PO Box 31438. It's in Aurora, Colorado, at 80041, if you know what those numbers mean. If that is a code that sequences with something that you have, do send $1 American. Oh, excellent. Look at this. Look at how quick that they responded to this. Very great. These guys really are good at their jobs. Hello there.
Is this ready to change it up?
I don't believe I have any on me.
You look gorgeous, by the way.
Thank you. That's very kind of you. I appreciate that. You as well. You are.
Have a beautiful day.
You as well. Thank you so much for inviting mine. You're a very gorgeous person. Thank you. Sorry that that was for me only. Let me read this hymn to you. I suppose I should go somewhere. I expect to be emotional, and I guess I'm embarrassed to be doing it right here where people might just walk up and talk to me, which I suppose I should have expected. It's a pity. It's a crying shame. Who pulled you down again? How painful it must be to bruise so easily inside. It's a pity, it's a downright crime. But it happens all the time. You want to stay a little daddy's girl. You want to hide from the vicious world outside. But don't cry, because the tears will do no good. So dry your eyes. Your daddy, he's the Iron Man. He's a battleship, wrecked on dry land. Your mama is a bitter bride, and she'll never be satisfied. And you know that's not right. But don't cry, because the tears will do no good. Please, dry your eyes. When they told you that life was hard, they told you it's misery from the start, that it's dull and slow and painful. But I tell you that life is sweet in spite of the misery. Thank you very much, sir. I do hope you are warm. In spite of this misery, there's so much more. We should be grateful. And I'd like to know who you believe. Who will you listen to? Who will it be? Because it's high time that you decide in your own minds. I've tried to comfort you. I've tried to tell you to be patient because they are blind and they can't see. Fortune's going to come one day. This all will fade away. Your daddy, the war machine, and your mother, the long and suffering prisoner of what she cannot see. They told you life is hard, that it's misery from the start. It's dull and slow and painful. But I tell you life is sweet. In spite of the misery, there's so much more. Be grateful. And who do you believe? Who will you listen to? Who will it be? Because it's high time that you decide in your own mind. Because life is sweet. And life is oh so very short. These, of course, the words of the great American prophet Natalie Merchant. I think you could agree with me that she knows some shit about this place. There are some people who have an understanding. They can explain to us what the fuck is going on around us. And they are not our politicians, ladies and gentlemen, they are our poets. They are those people willing to bear themselves to you in any way they can find. And I invite you to be one of those people, one of the prophets in the street that tell this reality how it's let you down. I invite you to join me and the other Pastafarians as we take this reality and turn it into something we can be proud of. As we come out of this long, cold winter, I invite you to join me on this street in good faith conversations with our neighbors so that we can learn to understand each other and speak with each other in more efficient ways.
Name of the Lord God Yahweh, Lord God this, Lord God Dominguez.
That is your Lord, friend, and you can worship what you will. You can be as wrong as you want to be. It is your right, and this is the place where we can talk about it. We can talk about who is right and who is wrong. Where we shall find truth and where we shall find happiness. For there is a test of true religion. True religion causes you to be happy all the time, I think we would agree. And the question that is being answered by religion is the question of how shall I have the most positive experience in this reality? How shall I have the most out of these opportunities? How shall I be happy all the time? And I think today, ladies and gentlemen, I can make an argument that I myself am happy all the time. At every moment I am ecstatic. I've been this way for a while and I've come to understand, and I think I can explain it to you, that at every moment I am filled with joy and elation. I can show you how to do it if you'd like to. I can show you how to do it if you need proof that my religion is true. First, I guess I must convince you that it's true, before I can really sell you the process by which you can attain it. I think I can show you it's true by illustrating something that you may know, and that is that I am angry. I'm very angry. There are things going on around me that I am very surprised by. I witness things that are happening to people like you and I cannot believe that they are happening. And it makes me angry how this reality has let me down. It makes me angry to see where we are in the future and what mythology still hangs on. It makes me angry to see that power and momentum can overtake what is good and helpful and true. And I cannot put this out of my mind. It is forever my enemy. The way that this reality takes as much as it can from you and I, and everybody. That we are all victims of oppression by the very society that tells us we ought to thank it for the bread that it barely bakes us. It makes me so incredibly angry that these religious institutions that we have betray their values and ethics right in front of us and become corporations that protect their brand over their members. But over and over, in these good moral institutions, we find child abuse. We find people, misogyny is rampant in these institutions. These things that are supposed to be carrying us forward morally are holding us behind. It makes me angry all the time. It's a threat to myself and my family. It's an enemy all around me. At every moment I am angry about this. And I'm a moment away from explaining it in great detail at the top of my voice. And I feel like it's well within my First Amendment rights to do these things. But I don't. I'm trying to live a real life. But at every moment, I'm one step away from explaining just how angry I am at what I cannot change around us. It is never far away. I think if you were to look at all of my work, you would agree with me. But there's an anger fueling some of my pieces that may sometimes boil over into an extreme vulgarity. If you would like to call it that, you are free to. But the only reason I bring this up is not to make you angry. I hope that I have in fact not. I'm not trying to convince you to be angry, I'm trying to give you evidence of mine. The only reason that I am giving you evidence, though, of my anger is to prove to you that I am angry all the time. And in the same way, I am incredibly happy all the time, at every moment. If you believe it's possible to be angry all the time, you must believe it's possible to be joyful all the time. And I have one and I have them all. The thing that you're asking for may be more than you want. If you want to be happy without being angry, I'm not sure what you want can be delivered by anybody. You're going to be happy and angry and sad and everything that you can be. If you want the one, you want them all. You want this reality, as I do. And I can show you how it's done. Please do join me and the rest of the Pastafarians as we preach in these streets and we oppose those who preach myth and hatred. Please do join us as we perform our services here in the Star in the public square. And we appreciate you for your patience and how long this will take. We appreciate you for hosting us in your beautiful city on this beautifully designed and painted rattlesnake of a city emblem. Please join me in good faith conversations about things that will make us emotional. I say these things in the name of truth, and in the name of love, and in the name of flying spaghetti monster, Ramen. Thank you for joining me for my public sermon today. Please do join me next time I'm down, which I'm not too sure. I'm going to help out. This snow really fucked the place that I work, so I'm going to, pick up some slack here because this is a lot of snow, hey. And I think it's funny that we make fun of the kids for wanting their snow days, but you should have seen how excited these adult people I know were when they heard we might get a snow day. Holy shit, it's like Christmas. And again the day after, I felt very much like those days of Christmas where, pardon me with my mask, I'm sort of trying to keep it over my nose. Those were days. Hey, it's nice to be on a team in this corporate thing that I'm doing, and I enjoy the team that I'm in. It's unfortunate that we work for capitalists, and I really do wish that the system could be better organized. I'm not really sure how this sort of thing is done in the most efficient way possible. Or also, I'm not sure how the puzzle would be solved if we're doing it in the most moral way possible. I'm not sure the compare and contrast we would have with those ideas. Anyway, I wasn't trying to say that efficient is moral. Sort of. Didn't mean to imply that. If you don't mind, I'm going to just turn you off and blow my nose and shit. Thanks for joining us, Pastafarians and guests. If you like, that's not enough. Don't worry, lots of shit coming out. We did, as I say, just published our fucking catalogue. There's a lot of sort of, pieces to it, and it's taking a lot of our creative time. So now that we're not doing that, I think we're going to have lots and lots of moments. As I said, we really are able to put a lot of the stimulus sort of stuff into this project that we're doing here. So we would like to thank, Joe Biden and Donald Trump for the stimulus, or all of those stimulus things that we put right into this shit. Get to give that money right to you. Hopefully, with this one, we haven't spent it all yet, which is great. And so we'll get maybe we'll see if we can do a non-profit. I don't know. There's lots and lots of options. We're going to be streaming a lot more as it thaws. Look at all the snow. Right, gets warmer and warmer. Even the GMS guys were not out here during the snow, and they had made fun of me the week before about how I didn't come out when it was snowing. So yeah, it's funny. Anyway, what's the point? Fuck you. See you never.